Hello students, in this experiment we are going to study RLC rejector circuit by plotting its response curve, just as we did in RLC acceptor circuit, with the another difference that RLC acceptor circuit was a series circuit and RLC rejector circuit is a parallel circuit. We also call it resonance circuit, just as in acceptor circuit we can call it series resonance circuit, and in rejector circuit we can call it series parallel resonance circuit. So it means that according to the name rejector, it is again going to reject a particular frequency at which it will give minimum current. So we will study its behavior by plotting a response curve which is going to be plotted between the current of the circuit and the input frequency, and we are again going to determine its resonance frequency, its bandwidth, and the Q factor, and we have discussed all these quantities in experiment number 3. The apparatus is again the same, that is function generator, resistor, capacitor, inductor. We will select some suitable values from our laboratory, and then an AC ammeter, that is an ammeter which will be capable of measuring AC current, the same we did in our series acceptor circuit, and then connecting wires. So the configuration that we are going to use is a parallel configuration, as you can see that here L, R and C are to be connected in parallel with each other, and they are also connected with the input signal, that is the function generator over here, and here we are going to give different frequency signals at its input, and we will measure the main line current, that is the main line current which is flowing in the main line, and then it gets divided from this node into IL, IR and IC. We will not discuss these currents in detail, but rather we are more interested in the total current or the main line current. So we will study its behavior by measuring the total current by connecting this ammeter in the main line of this circuit. So this configuration is going to reject a particular frequency which will be its resonance frequency. So in brief, let me tell you that what is resonance frequency. Resonance frequency is a frequency at which this circuit will give minimum current, and at that value of frequency, actually what happens, that is the internal resistance, that is the reactance of the coil, becomes equal in magnitude but opposite in phase with the reactance of the capacitance. So at this particular when this particular condition is achieved in the circuit, at that frequency we calculate resonance frequency. So practically or with the help of experiment, we can determine this resonance frequency using a response curve. Mathematically, this resonance frequency is given by the formula that can be evaluated while calculating or doing analysis of this circuit, that is Fr is equal to 1/2 pi under root L into C. So by using this formula and just by knowing the values of the inductor and the capacitor, we can calculate the resonance frequency of this circuit. But here we will not be calculating resonance frequency using this formula. Rather, we will randomly choose some values that are available in our laboratory, and we are going to measure this resonance frequency by plotting our response curve, which will be our curve between the input frequency and the current of the circuit. So here you can see this is the response curve, and you can see that it is an inverted bell-shaped curve which has a behavior exactly opposite to the series acceptor circuit. And here you can see that the x-axis is the frequency, rather it is the log of frequency, as I told you in previous experiment demonstration, that why we select log of f, because f is a greater metric value, it has a greater metric value. So in order to make it convenient, we convert it into its log. And then we will take the current of the circuit, which will be varying as the frequency will be varied across the input, and we will plot this current on the y-axis, and finally we will have the response of current as the frequency is increasing. So as you can see that initially the current is maximized, that is when you start measuring the current of this circuit and start giving input frequency signals, current will be maximum, and as you keep on increasing the frequency, the current will start decreasing. And when there will be resonance frequency at the input, then the current will become minimized, and this will be the minimum current value, and afterwards we still keep on increasing the frequencies, but the current will again start increasing. So the behavior of this response curve can be explained when we discuss the theory of this circuit. Here we are just interested in plotting this curve and understanding the different parameters that we can extract using this response curve. So as I told you earlier on in the previous experiment, that was the acceptor circuit, that a circuit start working especially when a changing current reaches its RMS value, that is the 70% of the peak. Here you can see that current is minimizing, so it means the same behavior can be executed but in opposite manner, such that the circuit will stop working when the current will drop to its 70% of the total. So if this was I maximum was my total, or it was 100% value of the current, then this particular value will be 70% of the total. So it is a current drop. So as you can see that IRMS value when current is increasing is equal to I maximum over under root 2, but when the current is decreasing and we are measuring the droppage of the current, then the drop value would be definitely its reciprocal, and it would be under root into I maximum or I peak. So under root 2 is equal to 1.414 if we evaluate it or calculate it, and I naught is basically the maximum value, you can say. That is the maximum value. So here we have denoted it with I naught. So at this point we will receive our half power frequency, and we have already discussed that half power frequency is the frequency at which circuit's power is exactly half of its total power. So here it means that initially it was giving its maximum power, but